You made it to the last day of Meet the Mace. This is day 5, and this is where everything comes together in this series. For the last 4 sessions, you've been practicing grip confirmation, that wonderful grip strength. That's in day 1. Then in day 2, we moved on to the hip hinge. We practiced that in our squats. Then we added in rotation in the lateral lunge. We practiced opening up the upper back. And then in the 4th day, we practiced that single leg balance with the torch position. So if you want to go back and review any of those practices, go for it. They're all very short. Today, we're actually going to bring it back to yoga. And you don't have to do this, but bringing the mace work into your flow practice can be a really nice way to feel your body in a different way. The muscles are going to kick in a different way because they've been firing, they've been activated. And that makes our yoga poses feel way more stable, more connected, we get to feel more present, and we actually can be in a greater state of flow. So as with every day, we are going to start with just a brief mobility drill. And this will open up the upper back. And it's going to be a little challenging because we're going to use a chair pose. You do not have to go super low in this chair pose. Just know that you can regulate that. But let's start just facing whatever direction you choose. Take your feet hip width distance apart. Bring your peace fingers to your hip points. Hinge your hips back, bend your knees, keep your spine nice and long, and find your chair pose. Now from here, you could have your arms straight out at shoulder height, or you could reach the arms up. Just feel this chair pose, feel the work in your legs, and then stand back up and release the arms down. This next time when we do it, I'd like you just to take your arms out to shoulder height. So, peace fingers on your hip points, hinge your hips back, bend the knees, take the arms out in front of you. So you could stay here with your feet hip distance, or you could step your feet together. That's the more traditional yoga pose position for your feet. Attach your hands together, and on your next inhale, draw your right hand along the inner left arm across the chest. Turn your chest to the right and reach your arm behind you, and then release back to the center as you breathe out. Let's switch sides. Inhale, left arm travels across the chest, reach the fingertips back, and exhale, release back to the center. 2 more times each side. So knees stay pointed forward. Use your breath. Inhale, draw the left arm, turn the chest. Exhale, release. 1 more time, inhale. Exhale, and left arm, inhale, and exhale. Good. Reach the arms up as you stand up, big breath in, and exhale, release the arms down. Just shake out your legs. I know that's an intense way to get started. Just gets us into the legs and really helps us find that turn of the chest open. Now, let's take the feet about hip width distance apart, maybe a little wider even, and we're just gonna roll up and down the spine. So take your chin down to the chest and roll down your spine into a forward fold. Let your knees bend whenever they wanna bend. Release your head down. And just feel your breath moving in your body. Let's roll up again, bend the knees a little. Slowly stack the spine. When you get to the top, roll the shoulders onto the back. And let's do that 2 more times. So drop the chin to the chest, roll down. Just feel your body, feel your breath, your pace. Roll it up. Roll the shoulders onto the back when you get to the top. And 1 more time, rolling down. Maybe linger at the bottom. Just let your jaw relax, let your head soften. And roll back up. Good, roll the shoulders onto the back. Now, we're gonna take a few of our yoga poses using the mace. And these are all poses that we have done a little bit of in our previous days with the mace, so they should feel fairly familiar. Let's start with chair pose with the mace. So take your feet about hip distance, bring the mace up in front of you into prayer. So you can have your right hand on the bottom and the left hand on the top. Remember that full grip confirmation. Rip the mat apart with your feet. Roll the shoulders down onto the back. Pack your shoulders down. Draw the core in. Wring out the mace with your hands like you're wringing out a dirty washcloth. Now from here, you could take your feet, you could leave your feet hip distance, or you could step the feet together. Hinge your hips back, find a little chair pose. So you could stay here, or you could add a little rotation of the chest to the right. The mace could stay close to you, squeeze the knees towards each other or together. You could also extend the arms out straight. Pack the shoulders down, turn the eyes of the elbows up towards the sky, and then pull the mace back to the chest, stand back up, and turn the chest to the center. Let's switch sides. So bring your right hand on the top, wring out the mace. Hinge your hips back, find your chair pose, and then turn your chest to the left. Extend the arms out straight, or you could keep the mace close to your body. Feel this work here. You have to hold the mace mindfully, globe tipping towards you a little bit if your arms are extended. Pull the mace back to center, straighten the legs, rise up, turn the chest forward. Good. Let's bring the left hand on the top again. Put a little bend in your knees and just step your right foot back into a lunge and turn into a wide stance. So this is the position we've been using for our lateral lunge. Reach the right hand up underneath the globe. Crank the mace into a horizontal position. Let's take a lateral lunge to the left. So bend the knee, hinge the hips back, left knee is bending, turn the chest to the left, globe of the mace punching down towards the floor. Rise up, pull the mace to the center, do a ballistic switch, and then go to the other side. Bend the right knee, punch the globe of the mace down, turn the chest to the right. Stand back up, pull to the center. Now, step your right foot over to the left side of your mat and rotate the mace to the sky. So the globe is pointing up towards the sky. Just feel this balance here. Squeeze your left glute on. You could stay here, or you could lift the inside knee up. You might punch the globe up to the sky into torch. Tap that foot back down. Crank the mace back to this horizontal position. Take a big step out to the right. So you find that wide stance. Do a ballistic switch, and then we'll go to the other side. So step to the right side of your mat, come to your tiptoes on that left foot, turn the globe of the mace to the sky, stay here, or you could find your balance. Squeeze your right glute on, lift the inside knee if you're finding that balance, maybe punch the globe of the mace to the sky, and then bring the mace back down, tiptoes to the floor, left tiptoes to the floor. Crank the mace to this horizontal position again, rip and crush the mace, and then step the feet out wide again. Great, let's do one more ballistic switch. Good. And then we will heel toe the feet together. Place the globe of the mace down, and you can actually set it off to the side now. And we've visited some of the poses that we've been doing in the last few days of this series. Let's take a chug breath before we continue. So breathe in, hold at the top for a moment, and release it out. Just let your nervous system settle. So now we are going to do a little yoga flow. Do whatever level works for you. I will give you some options. If you would like to use blocks, we are going to take a wide-legged forward fold. I highly recommend having blocks ready in the middle of the mat. Maybe 1 or 2 is great too, so that you can have something to land your hands on when we get there. So I'd like you to feel your breath here and just follow along, do what feels good, feel your breath in your body. And as you do this, notice how each pose feels without the mace. So this is an unloaded flow. Come to stand at the top of your mat. Bring your hands together at the center of the heart. Lift up through the chest, breathe in. And with your exhale, release your arms to your sides. Let's find a chair pose. Sit your hips back, bend the knees. Take the arms out forward in front of you, shoulder height or alongside the ears. Feet can be together or hip distance apart. You can choose. Hold here. Bring the hands together at the heart. Take a breath in and then turn your chest to the right. Feel that rotation in the upper back. So you could hold here nice and high. If you want to come a little lower and attach the elbow to the knee, you could. Certainly not required. Good, let's swing it back through the center, inhale, and then turn to the left. Turn your chest, feel that rotation. Maybe come a little lower, elbow to the outside of the knee, or float up higher. Good, let's release back to the center, stand up. Good. Now put the weight into your left foot, bring your right tip toes to the floor. Hands together at the heart, really press them together, or you could expand the palms apart and bring your fingertips together. Stay here, really squeeze that left glute on, or find your balance. Lift the right knee up, hold here. You could flex the foot or point the toe. Just feel the single leg balance we've been practicing. You could stay here. You could reach the arms up to the sky. Feel the crown of the head lifting. You could also take the passive stretch version where you wrap the hands around the front shin and hold, but make sure you have that left glute turned on. Wherever you are, hands back to the heart. Bring your right tiptoes down to the floor. Bend both knees a little bit and just slide your right foot back into a lunge. Turn the back heel down and turn into a wide stance. Bring your hands to your hips. Bend the left knee, hips go back, find that lateral lunge shape. So stay up high here. You could bring the hands to the blocks here. You could stay here, or you could just shift the weight and bend the opposite knee. And you could do this a few times, just bending the knees left and right. This is a common movement that we sometimes do in a yoga practice. You could shift the blocks onto lower heights. Let's take a twist now. So straighten both legs. Leave your right hand down on the floor or on a block. Bring your left hand to your hip and turn your chest. So feel that rotation in your upper back. Stay here or extend the top arm to the sky. Feel your breath. Top hand back to the hip if it was up. Turn your chest down towards the floor. Bring your hand back to the block. Bend your left knee. Float the hands to the hips again so you're in that high lateral lunge, and then straighten both legs. Good. Now let's pivot into a lunge facing the back of the mat. So come onto the ball of your back foot and then step your foot to the back of the mat into mountain pose. We're going to do that whole little sequence on the other side. So hands together at the heart, take a breath in. Exhale, release your arms to your sides. Chair pose. Sit the hips back, reach the arms forward. Hands together at the heart, hold here, breathe in. Find your twist. To the left, upright or a little lower. Elbow to the outside of the knee. Swing back through the center, breathe in. And exhale over to the right. Stay high or lower down. Swing back through the center, breathe in. Exhale, stand up. Hands to the hips. Move the weight into the right foot, pop up onto the ball of the left foot. Hands to the heart, and then maybe elevate that left knee up. Turn the right glute on. Again, your foot could be pointed or flexed, whatever helps you find that balance. You could come to the fingertips pressing together, feel the shoulders anchor onto the back, or reach the arms straight up, or hands around the front shin. Just feel this sense of balance. Good. Bring the tiptoe down to the floor, hands back to the heart. Bend both knees a little bit, slide your left foot back, turn into the wide stance. Hands to the hips, lateral lunge to your right. Bend your right knee, sit into it a little bit. Stay here or bring your hands down to the blocks. And then again, you can start to move the weight back and forth, bending the knees left and right. Good. Let's stop in the center. Leave your left hand down on the floor or a block, right hand to your hip. Turn your chest to the right. Stay here or extend the top arm up to the sky. Feel your breath. Bring the top hand down to the hip. Turn your chest down towards the floor. Bring both hands down to the block. And then we'll just fold here. So just let your body melt down and release. You can adjust the blocks however you would like. Maybe hands come to the floor. You could even stretch the arms out in front of you like a wide-legged downward facing dog. Or you could also reach the arms through the legs, palms on the floor, and fold. Good. Wherever you are, bring the hands underneath the nose or to the blocks. We're going to walk the hands. You can take your blocks with you to the front of the mat to come into a lunge, and then set your blocks off to the side, step back into downward facing dog. Let's take a breath in and take a breath out. Lift your heels high, breathe in. Exhale, bend the knees in towards the belly. Walk your feet forward into a forward fold. Let your head relax. With your inhale, find a half lift, palms up to the shins, and exhale, fold. With your next breath in, rise up. You can roll up or hinge up, reach the arms to the sky. And exhale, hands together at the center of the heart. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. Release your arms to your sides. Place one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart, and just take a moment to notice how your body feels, how your mind feels, what spaces you found opening up, where you might have found some strength, some stability, some greater rotation, maybe just a sense of focus and presence and play. And open your eyes, release your arms. Great. Thank you for practicing with me. If any of this resonated and you would like to do more, if you have a question about form, please reach out. If you have a question about the mace and the benefits and where you can get one and how you can get started with this practice, please reach out. You can always send me a message and I will get back to you. One of the best things to do if you would like to really talk about this work fully is to just book a 30-minute call with me, and the link will be down in the description. So I hope you feel great, and just continue adding this great load to your body. There's nothing like this work. It's going to strengthen not only your yoga practice like we did today, but also just your regular life. And that's why I'm so into sharing it. And I hope that you experienced a little bit of those benefits in these 5 days. Thanks for practicing with me, and I will see you soon.